Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Fluent English. We're so happy you're here with us today. If you're listening while you're driving, walking, studying, or relaxing at home, thank you for spending some time with us.
Hey everyone, it's great to have you with us again. I don't know about you, but I've been hearing a lot of English learners say the same thing lately. They tell me, I know English grammar, but I still don't sound natural.
Oh, I hear that all the time too. And honestly, I completely understand. A few years ago, I met someone who spoke perfect English grammar, but every sentence sounded like it came from a business letter. It was correct, but it didn't sound like everyday conversation.
Exactly, and that's what today's episode is all about. We're going to talk about formal English and casual English and, more importantly, when to use each one.
By the end of this episode, you'll be able to recognize formal and casual expressions, choose the right style for different situations, and sound much more natural when speaking English.
And here's a question for you. Which is harder for you, understanding casual English or using casual English yourself? We'd love to hear your answer, so leave a comment and let us know.
Also, if you're enjoying our podcast and want more practical English lessons, don't forget to like this episode, share it with a friend, and subscribe to Fluent English. That really helps us continue creating content for you.
All right, let's jump right in and learn how native speakers switch between formal and casual English every day.
Let's start with the basic idea. Formal English is the type of English we usually use in professional situations, business emails, job interviews, academic writing, or when we want to sound especially polite.
And casual English is what people use with friends, family members, classmates, coworkers they know well, and in everyday conversations.
Think of it this way. The message is often the same, the style is different.
Exactly, here's a simple formula. Formal English, subject plus complete expression plus polite wording. Casual English, subject plus shorter expression plus everyday wording.
Let's look at some examples.
Formal, I would like to discuss the project with you. Casual, I'd like to talk about the project. Formal, could you please assist me? Casual, can you help me? Formal, I apologize for the inconvenience. Casual, sorry about that. Formal, I am unable to attend. Casual, I can't make it.
Notice that the meaning stays almost the same. The difference is how natural and relaxed the sentence feels. For example, if my friend texts me and asks if I'm coming to dinner, I probably won't say, "Unfortunately, I am unable to attend this evening."
That sounds like you're writing to a company.
Exactly, I'd simply say, "Sorry, I can't make it tonight."
Here's another example from my life. If my boss sends me an email, I might write, "Thank you for your assistance." But if my friend helps me move furniture, I just say, "Thanks for helping me out."
Let me ask you something. Have you ever translated directly from your own language and ended up sounding too formal?
Oh yes, many learners do that because textbooks often teach formal versions first.
And that's not a bad thing. Formal English is important. The challenge is knowing when casual English sounds more natural.
Let's practice together. Imagine your friend gives you a cup of coffee. Would you say, "I sincerely appreciate your generosity"? Or would you say, "Thanks, I really appreciate it"?
Most native speakers would choose the second one. Here's another situation. Your friend asks if you're hungry. Formal, "Yes, I would like to consume some food." Casual, "Yeah, I'm hungry."
Big difference, right?
Now let's talk about negatives. Formal English often uses longer negative structures. I do not believe that is correct. Casual English often shortens things. I don't think that's right.
Formal, I am not familiar with that. Casual, I don't know much about that.
Native speakers love contractions. I'm your were don't, can't, won't, didn't. Using contractions instantly makes your English sound more conversational.
Here's a challenge for our listeners. Can you turn this formal sentence into a casual one? I would like to inform you that I am running late. Think about it for a second.
A natural casual version might be, "Just wanted to let you know I'm running late."
Great job if you got something similar. Here's another one. I do not understand.
Casual version. I don't get it.
Nice and natural. Before we move on, write one formal sentence and one casual sentence in the comments. We'd love to see your examples and help you practice. So here's the quick summary. Formal English is useful for professional and polite situations. Casual English is what you'll hear most often in daily conversations. The meaning is usually similar, but the wording, tone, and level of friendliness are different.
Now that we've covered the basic difference between formal and casual English, let's build on that idea and look at how native speakers actually switch between the two styles, depending on the situation.
That's a really important skill. Many learners think they have to choose one style and use it all the time, but native speakers constantly move back and forth between formal and casual English.
Exactly. Think about your day. You might send a professional email in the morning, chat with coworkers at lunch, text your friends in the afternoon, and call your family in the evening.
And you're probably not speaking the same way in all those situations.
Right, let's look at a common situation, making requests. Suppose you need someone's help. In a formal situation, you might say, "Could you please send me the report by Friday?" In a casual situation, you might say, "Can you send me the report by Friday?"
Or even more casually, "Hey, can you send me that report when you get a chance?"
Notice that the goal is exactly the same. You're asking for help. The difference is the relationship between the people.
Here's another example. Formal, would you mind assisting me with this task? Casual, can you help me with this?
Let's do a quick dialogue example. Imagine I'm talking to my manager. "Good morning. Could you please review this document when you have time?"
That's professional and polite. Now imagine you're talking to your friend. "Hey, can you take a quick look at this?"
Same request, different style.
Another area where native speakers switch styles is giving opinions. Formal, in my opinion, this proposal could be improved. Casual, I think this could be better.
Formal, I disagree with that perspective. Casual, I don't really agree with that.
Native speakers usually choose the shorter version in everyday conversations.
Here's something interesting. Casual English often sounds friendlier because it's simpler.
That's true, some learners worry that casual English sounds rude. But that's usually not the case.
Exactly, saying "can you help me" isn't rude when you're talking to someone you know. In fact, using overly formal language with close friends can sound strange.
Imagine your best friend asks if you want pizza. If you answer, "I would be delighted to participate in the consumption of pizza this evening," your friend might laugh.
I definitely would. I'd just say, "Yeah, sounds great."
Let's compare a few more examples. Formal, I have decided to accept the offer. Casual, I've decided to take it. Formal, I am currently occupied. Casual, I'm busy right now. Formal, please contact me if you require additional information. Casual, let me know if you need anything else.
Let's do a quick practice activity. I'll read a formal sentence. You try to make it casual. Ready? I am unable to attend the meeting.
A natural casual version would be, "I can't make the meeting."
Great. Here's another one. I appreciate your assistance.
Thanks for your help.
Perfect. Now let's talk about 3 simple tips. First, use contractions whenever possible. Instead of "I am," say "I'm." Instead of "I do not," say "I don't."
Second, choose shorter words when appropriate. Instead of purchase, say buy. Instead of assistance, say help.
Third, listen to real conversations. Movies, podcasts, YouTube videos, and interviews can show you how people actually speak.
That's one of the fastest ways to sound more natural.
Here's another challenge for our listeners. Think about a message you recently sent in English. Could you rewrite it in a more casual way? Write your example in the comments. We'd love to see it.
And remember, casual doesn't mean careless. You still want to be polite, respectful, and clear.
Absolutely. The goal isn't to sound lazy. The goal is to sound natural.
So let's review the key points from this section. Native speakers change their level of formality depending on the situation. Requests, opinions, and everyday conversations often become shorter and more relaxed in casual English. Using contractions, shorter vocabulary, and natural expressions can make your English sound much more like real-life conversation.
Now let's explore another area where formal and casual English show up all the time. Everyday conversations, social situations, and friendly interactions.
This is where many learners really start to sound more like native speakers.
One of the biggest differences between textbook English and everyday English is that native speakers often simplify their language. For example, if someone asks how you're doing, there are many possible answers. Formal, I am doing very well, thank you. Casual, I'm good, thanks.
Or even pretty good or not bad.
Exactly. These short responses are extremely common.
Let's look at another situation. Someone invites you to a party. Formal, thank you for the invitation. I would be delighted to attend. Casual, thanks, I'd love to come.
Much shorter, much more natural.
Here's a dialogue example. Hey, want to grab coffee later?
Sure, sounds good.
Notice how short that answer is.
Native speakers often use fewer words than learners expect.
Another area is expressing surprise. Formal, that is quite surprising. Casual, wow, really?
Or no way.
Or you're kidding.
These expressions help conversations sound alive and natural.
Let's talk about politeness. Some learners think they must always sound formal to be polite.
But politeness is often about tone, not just vocabulary. For example, can you help me for a second? Can sound very polite when spoken kindly.
That's such an important point. Native speakers often use casual language with polite tones.
Here are 3 tips for sounding natural and polite. First, smile when speaking. People can often hear friendliness in your voice. Second, use friendly expressions like thanks, please, and I appreciate it. Third, don't overcomplicate your sentences.
Simpler is often better.
Let's do a mini practice together. Imagine your friend says, thanks for helping me move. You could answer, no problem.
Or anytime.
Or happy to help.
Here's another one. Your coworker says, great job on the presentation.
You might respond, thanks, I appreciate it.
Nice, friendly, and natural.
Now it's your turn. Think of a formal phrase you learned in school. Can you create a casual version? Write it in the comments and practice saying it out loud.
Speaking out loud is incredibly important. Reading is useful, but speaking helps build confidence and fluency.
The more you practice these casual expressions, the more automatic they'll become.
Let's finish this section with a quick review. Everyday conversations often use shorter sentences, simpler vocabulary, and friendly expressions. Casual English can still be polite. Professional situations usually require more formal language, and the best communicators know how to switch naturally between the two styles.
Before we finish today's episode, let's talk about something every English learner experiences: mistakes. And honestly, we've both made plenty of them ourselves.
Absolutely. Even advanced learners sometimes use language that's technically correct, but sounds unnatural in everyday conversation.
That's why this section is so important. We're going to look at some of the most common mistakes learners make when using formal and casual English.
And don't worry, these mistakes are completely normal.
Mistake number 1: being too formal in everyday situations. Many learners memorize formal phrases from textbooks and then use them everywhere.
Here's an example. Less natural, I would like to express my gratitude for your assistance. More natural, thanks for your help.
Why is the first sentence a problem? It's not wrong, the grammar is perfect. The problem is that it sounds much more formal than most everyday conversations.
Native speakers usually choose the shorter version unless they're writing a professional email or giving a formal speech.
Here's a funny example. Imagine your friend passes you the salt at dinner. Then you say, I sincerely appreciate your generous contribution to this meal.
Your friend might wonder if you're joking. A simple thanks works perfectly.
Mistake number 2: being too casual in formal situations. This is the opposite problem.
Let's compare. Less appropriate in a job interview, yeah, that job sounds awesome. Better, that position sounds very interesting.
Or imagine sending an email to a manager. Less appropriate, hey, what's up? Better, hello, I hope you're doing well.
The key is matching your language to the situation.
Mistake number 3: avoiding contractions. Many learners think contractions are bad grammar.
But that's not true at all. Native speakers use contractions constantly. I'm, we're, don't, can't, didn't.
Compare these two sentences. I do not know what I am going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do.
The second one sounds much more natural in conversation.
Mistake number 4. Translating directly from your first language. This happens all the time.
Sometimes a phrase that sounds polite in one language can sound unusually formal in English.
That's why it's important to learn complete expressions, not just individual words.
Here are some practice prompts. Which sounds more natural with a friend? I appreciate your assistance. Or thanks for helping me.
The second one. Here's another. Which sounds better in a business email? Hey, what's up? Or I hope you're doing well.
The second one is usually the better choice.
Remember, mistakes are part of learning. Every fluent speaker has made thousands of mistakes.
The goal isn't perfection. The goal is communication.
So if you accidentally sound too formal or too casual sometimes, that's okay. Learn from it, keep practicing, and keep speaking.
Exactly. Every conversation is another opportunity to improve. The more you notice these differences, the easier they'll become.
All right, it's time for some interactive practice. We're going to play a quick game called Choose the Better Sentence. Listen carefully and decide which option sounds more natural for the situation.
Situation number 1. You're texting a friend. Option A, I am unable to attend tonight's gathering. Option B, sorry I can't make it tonight.
The better answer is option B. It's friendly, natural, and perfect for texting.
Situation number 2. You're writing to a company about a problem. Option A, hey guys, this thing isn't working. Option B, hello, I'm experiencing an issue with this product.
Option B is the better choice because the situation is more formal.
Situation number 3. Your coworker helps you with a project. Option A, thank you for your assistance. Option B, thanks for your help.
Honestly, both can work. But in casual workplace conversations, option B often sounds more natural.
Situation number 4. You're speaking in a job interview. Option A, yeah, that sounds pretty cool. Option B, that sounds like a great opportunity.
Option B sounds more professional.
Situation number 5. Your friend invites you to dinner. Option A, I would be delighted to attend. Option B, I'd love to come.
Option B sounds much more natural in everyday conversation.
Now let's add some variations. The same message can have different levels of formality. Very formal, could you please provide additional information? Neutral, could you give me more information? Casual, can you tell me more about it?
That's a great example. English isn't just formal or casual. There are many levels in between.
Here's a challenge for you. Create one formal sentence and one casual sentence about your day. Then say both sentences out loud.
Speaking out loud helps train your brain to use these expressions naturally. And don't forget to share your examples in the comments.
Most importantly, focus on communication, not perfection. Real conversations are about connecting with people, not sounding like a grammar textbook.
We've covered a lot today, so let's wrap everything up. Today we learned how native speakers move between formal and casual English, depending on the situation. We explored common phrases, practical examples, useful tips, and real-life conversations.
We also covered 3 major concepts. First, the basic difference between formal and casual English. Second, how native speakers adjust their language depending on context. Third, how to sound more natural through contractions, shorter expressions, and everyday vocabulary.
Remember, sounding natural doesn't mean using complicated words. In fact, native speakers often choose simpler language. The key is choosing the right style for the right situation.
Here's a question to think about after today's episode. Which formal expression do you use most often, and how could you make it sound more natural?
We'd love to hear your answers. Leave a comment below and tell us about your experience learning English. If you found today's lesson helpful, please like this episode, share it with another English learner, and subscribe to Fluent English for more practical lessons every week.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us. We're proud of every step you're taking in your English journey. Keep practicing, keep speaking, stay curious, and most importantly, keep enjoying the process. See you next time.